Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. Here we are going to discuss about the Section 115 BSc amendment made in the Finance Act 2023. What is the reason why we are discussing this Section 115 BSc right now? So, because from last 1.5 months, I received that many messages from the students with respect to applicability of Section 115 BSc and about that amendment also. That's why here I am going to discuss the Section 115 BSc in a quick manner. Just follow. So if you are observing the Finance Act 2022, that means what ma last Finance Act. If you are observing the last Finance Act, okay, why we are discussing the last also? If you are comparing the present as well as the past, then only you will get that clarity. That's why I'm giving the last Finance Act related details also. In the last Finance Act, if you are observing that for an individual or HUF, for an individual or HUF, if you want to file the return of income or if you want to calculate the tax liability, what is the default tax rate that department will consider? The default tax rate will department is considered is normal tax rate. Sir, if an individual or HUF don't want to follow the normal tax rate, yes, there is an option. They can opt out from the, yes, sir, they can opt out or they can shift out from the normal tax rates to 115 BSc. So that's why you have an option to follow the 115 BSc. That's why these are optional tax rates. You have an option to follow the 115 BSc. That's why these are the optional tax rate. So if you are observing for company as well as the cooperative society, yes, the default tax regime is nothing but normal tax rates only. But if that company or cooperative society don't want to follow the normal tax rate, yes, they have an option to shift out or opt out from the normal tax rates to optional tax rate. That is the section 115 BAA, BAB, these two optional tax rates for the company, and 115 BAD for that what cooperative society. 115 BAD for the cooperative society. So this is only the last year Finance Act related default tax regime as well as optional tax regime. Okay, right now for our examination, can you tell me for our examination means what June 2024 as well as the December 2024, even final as well as what inter students also, CMA final as well as inter students also. Can you tell me what is it? Finance Act is an applicable Finance Act 2023 only applicable. So based on the Finance Act 2023, one amendment is there that we were going to discuss. So if you are taken this, so here individual HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP. If you are observing that the previously section 115 BSc is an applicable for that individual or HUF only. So right now, as per the Finance Act 2023, it is an applicable for that individual HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP also. What is that amendment now? So if you want to calculate the tax liability, that is an individual HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP, what is the default one 115 BSc only they need to follow. Not mandatorily, defaultly they need to follow 115 BSc. Okay. 115 BSc is nothing but is a default tax regime under Finance Act 2023 for an individual HUF, AOP, BOI, HAP. Sir, if I don't want to, I am an individual, I don't want to follow the 115 BSc tax rates, sir. I want to follow the normal tax rates. Yes, you can opt out from the default tax regime 115 BSc to the normal tax rates. You can opt out or you can shift out. But here, you have an option to follow the normal tax rate. Here you have an option to follow the what normal tax rate. That's why normal tax rates will be the optional tax rate normal tax rate will be the what optional tax rate. And section 115 BAC subsection 6 only giving the facility for that opt out. Sir, normally the default tax rates is 115 BAC only. If you want to shift out from that 115 BSc, yes, you can shift out and you can opt out the normal tax rate. That is only that ESMA content given in section 115 BSc subsection 6. That means in an examination, if they are the given, SSC is choose as the option provided under section 115 BSc subsection 6 means he is following that what tax rate, normal tax rate. Yes, I will show you the some examination that is an MTP questions also. Next one, if you are observing the company as well as a cooperative society, there is no change. Yes, normal tax rates only that what default tax rate. Yes, if you want to shift out or opt out from the normal tax rate, yes, you can follow that what you can follow that what optional tax rate 115 BAC, 115 BAB for these two for the company, and for cooperative society one more tax rate is an added as an optional tax rate, that is on 115 BAE. 115 BAE. And one more thing I want to give you that clarity ma here. One more thing I want to give you that clarity. Amendment is made only for that what ma 115 BAC. That amendment also, what is that amendment ma? So tax rates changed ma. That means the tax rates changed. I think all of you know. But what is that point ma? 115 BAC is applicable for that individual HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP. And can you tell me 115 BAC is an applicable for that individual HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP, and that is also default tax regime. If you don't want to follow the default tax regime, yes, you have an option under section 115 BAC 6. You can shift out from the optional tax rates to normal tax rate ma. Okay, I want to give you the some questions related ma. Okay, whether you are an inter students or final students also, just I want to show you the questions. Please make an observation in MTP. In CA Inter and CM, in CA Inter as well as in CA Final also, they are not giving this much of depth questions ma. Just remember. So in see, this is an CMA Final MTP given for that what ma June 2024 term. June 2024 term. So this is a double taxation avoidance avoidance agreement related chapter question ma. So they are not mentioned anything related to tax whether you are going to follow the default 115 BAC or normal, they are not given ma. So that means which one you need to follow. They are not giving anything ma. He is an individual. Yes ma. They are not giving anything. What is the thing you have to follow for computing the tax liability ma? So please follow default tax regime. Default tax regime you have to follow. So can you tell me what is that ma? Under section 115 BAC. But as per my experience, I can say definitely in an examination, they will give you that which tax rate you have to follow, whether that is a default or normal. Definitely they will give you. Are you clear, ma, up to now? Yes. They are not mentioned anything. So that's why you have to follow that what my default tax regime only. That means if they are not saying anything, definitely you have to follow that what my default tax regime. Okay. If you are observing the CMA inter question paper, CMA inter MTP, that is also for that what ma June 2024 MTP paper. Just I want to give you the things ma. Okay. So this is a nothing but PCBP problem. This is a nothing but just a PCBP problem ma. So please make an observation here. So that means nothing but they are given that what ma manufacturing of chemicals as well as that what ma manufacturing of chemicals is there nothing but yes, they are given that depreciation related details. Yes, here you have to calculate the depreciation and manufacturing business. That's why you have to calculate the additional depreciation also. But they are given. He has opted the option given under section 115 BAC subsection 6. Can you tell me what is the meaning of this word ma? If he opted the option under section 115 BAC 6 means many of the students are thinking it as an yes sir, that is an default tax regime. No. Yes ma, normally the 115 BAC you have to follow as a default. But what is that option given ma? Yes ma, you can opt out under section 115 BAC subsection 6 to the default to what ma? Normal. Yes ma, normal tax rates. So that means whatever that word you have in this question, that is an 115 BAC subsection 6 option you are opted means you are following which tax rate ma? Normal tax rates you are following here. So that is only the change. Okay. One more question I want to show you. If he opted the option given under section 115 BAC 6, 115 BAC means default tax regime only. He opted the 115 BAC 6 means what ma? He wants to shift over the yes ma default to normal tax rate. That means here what is the tax rate he is following ma? Normal tax rates. So please make an observation this subsection 6 here. Yes, one more question I want to show you. One more question I want to show you. Just make an observation in MCQ. I think we have in this terminology ma. Yes ma. If he is not exercised the option available under section 115 BAC 6, can you tell me what do you mean by that? He is not opting the shift over. That means what ma? He is following the default tax regime only. He is following that what ma? Default tax regime only. Can you tell me what is the default tax regime under 115 BAC? Are you getting that clarity ma right now? Yes. If you are understood this, definitely please comment below in the chat box ma. Next, yes ma, if he has exercised the option available under section 115 BAC 6, can you tell me? Yes, is an opt out from the default to normal. That means what is the tax rates he is following here? Normal tax rates. Yes ma. So simple. I want to give you that clarity here, and I want to close this video also. What is the thing ma? If they are not mentioned anything, you have to follow the default tax regime, that is in 115 BAC. If they are the given shift out or opt out by using 115 BAC subsection 6, that means we are following that what ma? Normal tax rates. So I hope are you understood these things ma? So this is only the change. I think you know that what are the tax regimes, or that means tax rates at slabs are changed. I think you know that. Just I want to give you that clarification about if they are mentioned anything. Yes, that only you have to follow. In this question, they are not mentioned anything. That's why you have to follow that what my default tax regime under section 115 BAC you have to follow. So next, they are giving this terminology by using the section 115 BAC subsection 6 option that opt out. That means normal. If they are giving option is not exercised, that means changing option you are not exercised. That's why default tax regime only. So that's all with this discussion. If you are understood this, please share with the video with these your friends. Thank you. Have a nice day.